and welcome to this week's Mental Monday. So today I thought I would give a little school update and talk about my 3 things I wish I knew when I first started trying to become a licensed psychologist. So for my school update, honestly it's going really well. Since I started back, have really hit the ground running with it. I feel like that break gave me like a renewed energy for it, and I just have been super into my classes. I've loved the topics, I've loved the assignments. It's all so interesting and so challenging, and I can feel it growing me and growing my skills within psychology. That being said, it does prove difficult as an online program in the sense that it's easy to fill my time with other stuff. I have had to really discipline myself with focusing on it, making sure it's a priority, making it a priority, and kind of not forgetting to put that time in myself, because I am so used to going to a physical school and having that time set aside for me, where I'm focused on it, where I'm thinking about it, where I'm getting reminded of it. And I did not realize till switching to an online program how much I myself had relied on that structure of a physical school. But I definitely struggled with that my first wave of being in the program, and then when I got back in, I actually had kind of gotten my groove with it. I have found myself still a procrastinator, of course, because that's just my nature, but I have found myself super energized for it, super focused on it, and it's been so much easier to remind myself to block out that time and to look at what I have to do for schoolwork and know how much time and when I should start certain things, when I should do certain things, and how much time I can allot myself for it. So it's going really well. It's super interesting, super fun. I am loving it, and I'm excited to start delving into more of my specialization, which is behavioral analysis. The program I'm in is a MA in applied behavioral analysis. So after I take these classes and finish the actual program, I then get to do supervised hours that are required once you become licensed, and I'll get to take the test to become board certified. And then I can do whatever I please with my license, and I've definitely gone back and forth with what I want to do with it. That is super exciting for me, so I thought I'd give a little bit of that. I still have a bit to go, but I'm making good progress. I'm loving it, and it's super exciting for me to see myself making progress, because it has been a long haul. Maybe I will give that story and that whole background at some point too, but it's been a long journey to this, and I'm just so excited to finally see the end coming, the official end coming. I've had a few ends since I started, but it has been amazing, and each end has been a little step, and now this one will be the final push to become licensed, and that has been my ultimate goal the whole time, so I'm super excited about that. Now, through this whole journey, not just the master's program, but through just my education, my college career, becoming a licensed psychologist, and my whole journey towards that, I have learned so incredibly much about the school systems in our country, about the requirements to become a psychologist in the many different ways you can be a licensed psychologist, and kind of what to look out for and what certain things mean. So there are 3 things that I've really thought about that I wish I had known when I first started college, and that I wish I had known under the context of trying to become a licensed psychologist. So the first thing is, you are not licensed as a psychologist with a bachelor's degree, and I did not know that starting up front. I kind of guessed that wasn't going to be the end of my journey, but I did not find out till quite a ways through that board certification license requirements you actually can't receive just through a bachelor's. You have to go to a master's in any field in psychology, at least a master's. Psychiatrist probably would be, not probably, a psychiatrist would be a PhD. You'd have to be a doctor, because psychiatrists prescribe medication education, which is a whole other thing to talk about all the different psychologists and what they do and what the difference is. But there are different levels of education you need to be a licensed psychologist. The lowest is master's. So if I had known that in the beginning, I could have prepared and focused a little better in the beginning to not make the journey so long. And under that, I'd probably say take as many psych and general requirement classes in the beginning as you can. I really had fun in the beginning. After I got out of high school, I did go straight into college at my local community college, but I took so many electives. I did not get any of my general requirements out of the way or anything. And I have really kicked myself for that since, because all that did was prolong it. It didn't help me any. It was fun while it lasted, but it did not help me any on this. And honestly, I probably would have more enjoyed the time on the back end. But that would be the first thing, is that a bachelor's degree does not license you as a psychologist, and you are going to need to go to at least a master's, depending on what you want to do, which could be a whole other video topic, like I said. The second thing I've learned is that no master's program is made the same. There's so many programs in colleges that specialize in different things that you kind of have to really study up on what each does, on what each gets you. And there was a long conversation I had with the admissions counselor I worked with to get into my master's program about what I could do at the end of the program I was looking at. I was really into criminal minds, really into the criminal justice system, and really into criminal psychology and behavioral analysis. So I oohed and awed over the Chicago School's ABA program, which is Applied Behavioral Analysis. I thought it would be perfect for me. I thought it sounded like exactly what I wanted, and it just sounded amazing. And I was super excited for it to be online, where I could finally, after 5 years at that point, get out of sitting in a classroom and do my last stretch online from home, from my comfort, and have more control over my time and how I spent it and what I did and what school looked like. But there was a whole conversation about what I could do with it. I really had to ask some questions to clarify, like, okay, what does this get me? What can I do at the end of this program with the license I will have? Can I do the things I actually am wanting to do, that I'm thinking to do, or is it something totally different? And is there any restrictions on how I use it? Is there any major changes it would make to my plan? Or does it fit really well? And what are the requirements throughout the whole program? He kind of laid out everything for me and said, this is what the steps look like, this is about how long it'll take you, and this is what you get at the end. So talking to that admissions counselor was super helpful and just got me even more excited, because it was exactly what I wanted. And that is an important thing that I kind of wish I had started researching master's programs beforehand. And I am in love with the one I found, but I would say I probably would have done good to start researching beforehand, and had a little more time to process the information and really compare and contrast some. The third and final thing I wish I had known when I started college, when I started my journey to get licensed as a psychologist, and when I started my master's program, is that it is expensive. It is an investment, and master's degrees are even more so. I found out that grants are not available in master's degree level. In master's programs, you can only qualify for loans, or if you can find scholarships. There are no grants. And I did not know that. I had amazing help from grants before then, so I was a little shocked and a little nervous about the cost, because the loans all fall on me. All of that is a very hefty investment, and not that it's not worth it, but it would have been nice to know before choosing a program how that worked, how the financial part of it worked a little. All of that to say, I'm loving my program. I am super excited to see the end coming near to finally being a licensed psychologist. So I thought I'd share a little update and some tips that I wish I had known. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope this helped you in some way. If you have any other questions about it, please leave them in the comments below, and I will try to answer them to the best of my ability. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up and share it with everybody. If you are not already subscribed, click the screen and subscribe, and then you can see when the next video comes out. I do videos every day, and Mondays are Mental Mondays, so I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!